Hey everyone, this is Duran and Mike here on the Florida Investor Deals Live, and we're talking about wholesaling and how to get more motivated sellers to talk to you and get you to sign a deal. Mike, how you doing?
Doing great. We have a very good show today.
Yeah, we're going to talk to you how to get more motivated sellers to speak with you, to get to meet with you. So, Mike, how was your week?
It was very good. We got another contract, signed contract. It was good. I spoke with a lot of sellers. It was a good week overall.
Right.
How about you?
Yeah, so we got a signed contract with a guy. He actually reached out to us and he was talking to us and he wanted our service. It was very easy and we got him signed up and it's already listed for sale. And now we want to talk about the ways to get more motivated sellers to call you and use your service. So, Mike, what do we have? Well, people ask us about a bunch of questions about that.
Right. So I think the number one thing everybody wants to know is what's the best way to talk to sellers? How do you actually talk to these people and they don't hang up on you?
Yeah. So the best way is actually to give them everything that you do and how you're going to work for them and how you're going to get the property sold as soon as possible. And we're talking about wholesaling and we're talking about listings, okay? Because this is becoming like a one thing. One thing that you can buy it cash, but you can also do an novation deal. As a novation deal, you're going to put it out there for buyers to buy the property because you can't always buy it at the price that they're asking. But as a novation, you can sell it to someone else at a much higher price. So that's the first thing. The second thing is getting a listing, right? Because if the property is in good condition, you want to put it as a listing and get the most money for them, right? So, Mike, what do you do if you call a seller right now and he's like super defensive? He doesn't want to talk to you. What do you do?
The first thing that is probably the best is to make sure that seller has an idea that you might be calling. Right, that is probably the first thing to do.
Okay.
Because if you don't do that, then it's kind of like a cold call. It doesn't really matter. It just builds a little bit of credibility, and they know who you are because you can go on the phone and say, "Hey, I texted you," and they're like, "Oh yeah, you texted me." But if you call a seller and they get defensive, you kind of need to match and mirror them a little bit. You need to kind of be like, hey, I'm just somebody that's looking to buy your property. I'm just trying to get some information. Do you mind just put up your guard a little bit and, just make them understand that you mean no harm, that you're not a scammer, that you're in their area. And they should most of the time just talk to you. But
exactly. Yeah. So you say that you said something very, very important. You say that they need to know that you're going to call them. Right. So we're not talking about calling because I'm not in favor right now of calling. I get spam calls all day to my phone because we own a lot of properties and I hate that. And other sellers hate that calling. They hang up, they ban the number, they put it as scam. So what you're saying is actually get them to know that you're going to call them.
Yes, exactly.
Before you call.
If you just hire somebody like a telemarketer off of Upwork or something like that that's going to talk for you and they don't know much about real estate, it's going to be they're going to have a very hard time talking to sellers, and you're going to waste a bunch of leads that could have been deals
and a bunch of money. Exactly. So they need to know that you're calling them about the property before you actually call them.
Right, because then you can actually have somebody like one of your agents or something, because it's an actually good lead, and you can have a good person that knows how to talk on the phone, talk to this person because they said they want to sell, they're whatever, off market, everything like that. They're good leads.
They're good leads and they're ready to sell. But if you call them as like a caller, hey, I'm buying cash at this, that, blah, 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 they hear it a million times. They don't want to talk to people like that.
Right. I think the number one thing that somebody could do to not get hung up on too is to not state that your company name. Don't say that.
Right. So don't say, hey, I'm Mike with this and this REI investing company, because they're gonna hang up. Okay, you can see, you just be a person. Exactly. Right. I'm there. I want to do business with you. I'm calling to see how we can make this happen.
Yeah, you don't really need to be direct either if you're an agent or an investor or something like that. You can just say, hey, I just wanted to get some details.
So what would you say for agents? Because we talk to a lot of agents, Mike here has a service that he actually provides these motivated sellers, right? So you talk to agents all day, and what is the number one reason people hang up the phone?
number one reason people hang up the phone is because you ask them if they want a realtor.
If you ask them if they want a realtor or they want to list the house, they're gonna say no and hang up the phone.
Yeah, especially like a very high-end property. Imagine you call a property that's worth $5 million or something like that. Do you really think they're gonna list with somebody that just calls them and say, "Hey, do you want a realtor?" No.
Exactly. They're not. They want to know you before. They want to hear about you. They want to see what you're doing, and then they might think to list the property with you.
Exactly.
Right. So yeah, that's the number one thing that you gotta think. If you're an agent or if you're an investor, don't call them and say, "Hey, I want to buy your house," or "I want to list your house," because they're gonna hang up the phone. Because everybody has a realtor in their family. Everybody knows a realtor. Everybody has an investor. They already got those calls a million times before. You gotta make an innovative way to reach out to those sellers and talk to them.
Right. Exactly. You definitely do.
Yeah.
Like, what do you think is the best marketing to find new sellers? I guess.
Yeah, so I mean, talking about marketing, we all know that real estate is sales and marketing. You gotta be a great salesman, and you have to be a great marketer. The problem right now that there are so many marketing ways, and that cost so much money, right? I see agencies on Facebook and on Google advertising their services for Google ads and Facebook ads. And they all promise so many things. Even there is one guy on Facebook that he's promising that you don't need to pay anything until you close the deal, but it's not true. Actually, that guy is really not saying the truth, because he wants you to spend on Facebook on marketing on ads, and that costs a lot of money. You can spend at least $1,000 to $1,500 to $2,000 without even getting any leads, or they're bad leads. So. Right. I wouldn't recommend for anybody that's starting or already making deals to go with Google ads, Facebook ads, if you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, right? People are so inundated with a bunch of different types of things to buy and stuff like that. But even Zillow. Like I was talking to somebody and they were telling me how Zillow, the biggest real estate data platform in the world, is sharing appointment or leads between agents, and they're also on average only getting 2 leads per month that are not really that motivated. So yeah, it's really interesting.
Right. So it's happening. That's the industry. They're sharing leads. They're sending the same leads to people, and a lot of the. I mean, as a wholesaler or as an agent, if you call to a person that already 4 people called right away, they call them today to see if the house is for sale. That person is going to be super annoying.
So they're literally sending it out, and a bunch of people call them at the same time?
Exactly.
It's not.
Yeah, because the person is putting their information. And let me tell you about Google ads, right? If somebody's going to Google right now, and Google is the best way to search things, right? And they're going to search, I want to sell my house. And they get a bunch of people buy my house cash, this and that. They're going to fill out their information in 4 or 5 different websites, because they want to see how much the house is worth. And they're going to get calls exactly at the same time for 4 or 5 people, right? And all of these people are paying so much money to Google, but they're not getting the service that they're paying for. So I don't think those marketing ways are good right now. Yeah. And if you are doing that, you got to spend a lot of money. I'm talking about tens of thousands of dollars to get good leads.
Right. And could you even be profitable on that?
You can. I mean, either you're in a very remote area that nobody's buying properties, or if you're spending a lot of money, let's say you're spending $10,000 and you're making a profit of $100,000, it makes sense. But if you're spending $10,000 and making $10,000, it doesn't make sense.
Right. Exactly.
But you got to make sure that you're getting enough leads for that ad spend.
Yes. I mean, what do you think? I guess. We kind of talked about it. Best ways for agents to actually get listings when they're on the phone. Should they should meet up with the person first?
Yeah, I think that if you have a lead, if you have a hot lead or an appointment with seller that you're calling them, don't ask them if they want to list a property, but tell them, hey, I'm calling about your house. I have buyers in the area that are looking to buy. I want to see if we can make the deal with you. So can we meet with you? Can I give you a free appraisal of your house? Can I give you a free estimate of your house? Nobody's going to say no for a free valuation of the property. It's free. right? Everybody wants free. Once you get into the door, you can start talking to them and get to know them and build rapport with them, and and eventually you're gonna list the house or buy the house from them.
Right, and some people think it's like lying that when you say you have buyers, but it's actually not, because you do.
Yeah, if you put the property on the MLS, there are a bunch of buyers that are looking to buy houses. So you're not lying when you're saying you have buyers in the area. Also, most of the agencies have buyers agents and sellers agents. And if you're a seller's agent, you have a friend that has buyers.
Right.
So I mean that's the best way to get into a seller's home, is just to give them free information, to give them a lot of value, to tell them you have buyers that wants to buy the property right now. And
Right.
most of the time they'll be okay with that.
Exactly. And I guess what do you think is the smarter way? I guess for people to get these sellers.
The smarter way is actually to go with somebody that actually can give you appointments with sellers. There's somebody that can promise, but not really promise, but give you people that are looking to sell right now, people that are open to hear what you have to say, and people that are open in the market. I'm not saying active on the MLS, but off market, but looking to sell.
Right. Probably people that they're probably not even getting the realtor ads, probably because nobody knows they want to sell their house. Those are the people you want to get.
Yeah, but you can see a lot of characteristics for these homes that they are going to sell, a lot of similar things, and find those sellers. Because we have so much experience in the market, we know what houses are selling, what houses are not selling. We know how to find those people that are looking to sell, right? So
Right.
we usually market only to those niche list of people that are looking to sell, and we get them, and they are eventually sell their property.
Right.
Yeah. So did we have other questions?
No, I think that's basically everything.
So I wanted to ask you something. This week you talked to a lot of sellers on the phone. You talked to probably more than 10 people a day that are looking to sell.
Yes.
Right? Because that's the main number that you have to talk to people. If you want to close one deal a week, you got to talk to at least 5 to 10 people every week. So what do you see they're saying, the sellers? What do they usually say?
What is it that they usually say when I go on the phone with them?
Yeah, exactly.
Right. Well, they already know that I'm calling. So
Okay.
So they're ready to talk, and most of them have no problem coming down on their price or anything like that, because they already know I'm talking to them. And if they're not going to come down on their price, then I'll just like get a little bit more information and stuff like that. Some people will say to me, at the beginning of the call, like, hey, just so you know, I'm not coming down on my price. So it'll only be like a 5 or 10 minute conversation with those people. But it's a very simple thing. You just have to first of all get your foot in the door, and then take them through the conversation. You just have to act like their friend.
Exactly. You gotta be nice to them. You're not gonna offer them to buy the house right away. You just want to hear what they have to say, and they're already looking to sell. So you're there to give them the best service out there, and be different than anybody else.
Right.
Because a lot of people, they're getting the advertisement, they're getting the flyers, they're getting all kind of stuff, but you want to be different.
Right.
Right. So I mean, thank you so much. Somebody said I'm the best coach. I can't see the name, but thank you. But talking to the sellers, making friends with them, be professional, but on a personal level. Right. Always. And have as much people to talk to as much as possible every day. At least 5 to 10 people every day to talk to that they are looking to sell.
Right. Exactly. And hopefully they're off market sellers.
And if you are building a pipeline, let's say you're already doing that for a year, you should have a pipeline of people that you already talked to. Those are the follow-ups, and have those follow-ups every day, 5 to 10 people to talk to every day, and be consistent with that, because that's the only way you're going to be able to close deals, if you're consistent talking to people.
Right, exactly. And the truth is, you're probably not going to find those 5 or 10 people every single day by cold calling or anything like that. it just doesn't work. Like if you want to get 5 or 10 people a day, a lot of people, it seems that I talk to other wholesalers and stuff like that, they're likely to get one every few days. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
The people that spend a lot of money into marketing, they have those 5 to 10 people a day. But you don't have to spend a lot of money, right? Because Mike here can give you some of his resources that he can generate those sellers.
Right, exactly.
So if you guys are interested in to learn more about motivated sellers, or to get more motivated sellers, or to know how to speak with motivated sellers, DM us or send us a message on Facebook, or ask us questions, and we'll be happy to help you and get you started, or get you more listings, more deals, and all that.
Right.
Okay, guys. So we're here every Thursday at 1 p.m. We're gonna start our live show with listing agents, top premier listing agents, because we want to see how listing agents are. We want to see how listing agents are talking to sellers. So we're going to do that probably one night a week. We have a questions how you bring sellers to call you. That's a good question. You reach out to them and you ask them if they're looking to sell, and they'll call you. Because we already know who are the people that are going to be in the market to sell, so they're going to call us.
Right. And that actually happens a lot when we're doing what we do. A lot of sellers just call us immediately. Like we'll just get like 5 people to call.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah. All right, guys. So I'll see you guys next Thursday.
Yes.
And if you have any questions, DM us, send us a message on Facebook, and we'll be happy to help. And I'll see you guys next week. All right. Bye-bye.